everyone, Karen Glasser here, and welcome to Karen Recommends. Don't you think it's time to stop renting your audience and create a video channel you truly own? Well, stick around because we're going to show you how and why it's so important. We'll be right back. Well, hello there. I am so excited I'm vibrating over here. I would like to introduce my guests that are in here, and I think I have one more guest that I'm going to bring in right now. I'm going to bring in Connor. Hi, Connor.
Hello, okay.
Okay, let's introduce everyone. We have Jan Kreidenberg, who is the head of growth for Open.video. We have Connor Shield, who is let me get this right, head of partnerships at Open.video. And we have Ryan Begley, who's right below me, who is my chief technology director extraordinaire. He's awesome. He's the guy who gets stuff done. When I say go do this, he looks at me, rolls his eyes, and then he does it. So he's somebody you need to have in your pocket. I want to welcome everyone because I am so excited about what we're about to do today, and that is to introduce to all of you this really cool platform that I kind of accidentally fell upon. I'm sure anyone that knows me has heard me say, don't put your stuff on a platform you don't own, because just like that, you could be turned off and then everything's gone. And so imagine my joy when I fell upon Open.video and realized that I can own my stuff without saying goodbye to YouTube, because that is always a challenge. So what I want to do is kind of jump into this right now, and we're going to talk about why this is so important, and then we're going to show you the dashboard on Open.video. So the first thing, Jan, we talk about all the time showcasing your brand, not someone else. Why is that so important?
Well, I think, especially with video, but with everything, it's you want to stand out. You want to have your own presence on the internet. And so if everything is just on the platforms, you're kind of just a number on there. You're competing with a whole lot of different eyeballs, a lot of other competitors. And it's really hard to kind of stand out and make your own brand. So I think, everybody talks about, build an audience that you own, stop building on.
And then you say bye-bye because they go somewhere else.
And we've even seen it, the last few days. I think there was a wave of terminations on YouTube. I think a lot of them were AI driven, accidental, but It just kind of showcases all of a sudden it could be gone tomorrow.
Right. And there's no recourse really. And we say, YouTube, but it's also Facebook and Instagram and Vimeo, wherever. And trust me, I have my stuff everywhere, but it's going to live here. And we're going to tell you why that's so important. So the second thing is you can actually centralize your entire video library in one place. You can create playlists. You can create single videos. You can customize them. We're going to talk about monetizing them in just a second. And this is really great too. And we're going to show you an example on my website is the seamless embedding and integration right onto your website. So when you look at my website, which I'll show you later, you're going to see these videos literally living on my website that are connected to me. I own them. Nobody else does. I own them. And it gets us to the next thing. We own the audience. On YouTube, think about it for a second. When you're on YouTube and somebody subscribes, if they don't have their own channel, you're never going to know who they are. And even if they do have their own channel, you might get a name or it might be a false name. And if you go check it out and you see who they are, maybe you might be able to connect with them. On Open.video, you own your audience. People can subscribe to your list. It's your list. You can see the emails, you can see the names, and every time you put a new video in there, guess what happens? An email goes out to let people know that you have a new video. That doesn't happen on YouTube unless they ask for notifications. This literally just happens all by itself. And I think this is the most exciting thing for creators, content creators. Think about YouTube. You have to have, 1,000 subscribers and 4 gazillion views before you can even monetize. And when they let you monetize, guess what? You have to share it. Not on Open.video. So you can tell I'm kind of excited about this. And so I'm going to kind of move on to the next one before I sound like a blubbering fool about this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up the Open.video platform, and I'm going to do it just like this. So we are in, and make sure you can see this. Yeah, we are in the platform right now. When you log in, this is what you see. You have 6 different categories: managing videos, editing your channel analytics. That's so important. You're going to see how many people have watched your videos, and what kind of money you might be earning on it right now. Your audience, I talked about that. We're going to click into that in a second. This is where the magic happens, the channel hosting. You have 2 choices. You can decide that you want to do it the old-fashioned way, and you want to have it, on just on Open.video, and they own it now because it's not on your actual page. Or you can do what I did, and I'm just going to give you a just a little tweet of this. Let's go in here. So what you see here is actually my channel. It has all my videos on it. It sort of looks like YouTube, right? Right? It looks like YouTube. Here's the subscribe button. Here is my hero video that goes here. And even more importantly, when they're here, they can go visit my website, because I did say that it lives on my website. And just like that, they are now in my website. So it's pretty cool. I almost said a bad word. Sorry. It's pretty cool. I really love this stuff. So let's talk about the branded, the dashboard. We'll go in there in a second. There are 6 different departments in there. One of them is actually just setting up the whole thing and bringing videos in. So the first thing that people say to me all the time, well, what about YouTube? What's going to happen? YouTubes are the only videos that show up in search. Well, not so much. Not so much. Open.video is now showing up. I'm going to have Jan share a screen in just a second to show you that. But it's not just that. One of the things that Open.video does is is connected directly to YouTube. So when you bring your videos in, they're encouraging us to go over to YouTube. And I want to show you what that looks like right now. Let me go and grab this, share this. Actually, go to window. So as we take a look at this, you can see that it says Open.video transfer app. And literally, you hook it up with your YouTube and say, I want to bring in this video, this video, this video, this video, or I want to bring this playlist, whatever you want to bring in. But I also want to show you that you can also send videos from Open.video over to YouTube. So they are connected. So I would like you to entertain the idea that this is not instead of YouTube. This is in addition to YouTube. And it's a very important distinction, because, again, if you think you're going to lose your traffic on YouTube, then you're going to say, I don't want to do this. So I want to make sure that we all really understand that. Am I missing any stuff in there, Connor?
I was going to say, I think a big thing, everybody is like, oh, well, I get discovery traffic on YouTube. Like, that's where all the views are. And yes, you can get a lot of views on there and it's great. But if you have videos you want to send to friends, or you want to blast out to your newsletter subscribers, if you're sending them to YouTube to watch it, then you've got 10 other creators in the sidebar. YouTube's whole goal is to keep the user on YouTube watching whatever content. They're not particularly concerned that it's your content. It's just how many eyeballs and how long can they stay on. So exactly. It's much less competitive. And so, yeah, sure, still put it on there, still get that discovery traffic from people browsing, but there's no reason you need to send somebody away to a platform.
Exactly. And the other thing that happens when you're on YouTube and you watch a video, and at the end of the video, what does it do? It sends you to another video that they think you might be interested in. And if you have not optimized your YouTube video, as I like to say, within an inch of its life, and say, no, I want to tell my people where to go, and most people don't do that, they're going to get sent away and you may never see them again. So again, this is one of the reasons that I like this so much. So I'm going to go ahead and share again, and we're going to look at the actual.
Can I also just add in one little thing that I thought was really awesome about the platform?
Yeah.
And this goes into owning your audience, actually being able to market to them. When you get a subscriber, you are able to get their email. So you're able to build your email list and always market to them. So that is huge for businesses. In using this platform enables that. So when somebody subscribes to your Open.video channel, you get the email, you get to build your list. And that's
Yeah,
huge for businesses.
it is. It really is huge. Um, If you have any questions, I see that we have people that are on live. If we have any questions, put them in the chat. I know Ryan's going to keep a look on it. I'm going to keep a look on it. And if you have a question, we'll put the question right up on the screen. So let's just go through the dashboard right now. The first one on the left-hand side is manage videos. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's where you're going to put all your videos. And what I did is I imported them from YouTube, brought them over, and then started to optimize them. I did a workshop a couple of weeks ago on another platform, and you can see this. I've had 230 views on this. If I go to YouTube and look at that very same video, it's had 33. Just to give you an idea of the virality of this. Now, obviously, 230 views is only 230 views. It's not a viral thing. But the fact that it's already getting views like this without me doing absolutely anything is pretty cool. So let's go back to the videos. You have the place, you can list them by latest, the most popular, that means how many people have looked at it, or the oldest ones that you put in. You can also put in shorts. I'm way deep into Sora right now. I know Ryan is as well. And so I've been uploading some fun stuff into here. And then obviously the most important thing is your playlist. I think it's the most important thing. So in the playlist, you have all your different shows. My background is doing podcasts, so I have all my shows here. And then the Karen Recommends. You can add new playlists just by clicking the button. And I'm going to talk to you how you can add videos. So the first thing you do, you click on this add video button, and you can either manually upload it as an MP4, you can upload it as an MRSS feed. We're not even going to go into that right now. You can do it as a YouTube import, which is the absolute easiest way to do, because a lot of us put them on YouTube in the first place and we want them there. Or you can use the transfer app, which I showed a little bit earlier, and we'll talk about why that's good, because that literally within a couple of seconds, your video's in there and it's already doing its thing. So very cool thing. Let's move on to the next piece of this. Just stop me at any time, guys. Connor, if you have anything to talk about in any of these pieces that I'm talking about, if I miss something, just jump in and interrupt me, and we'll keep going. Let's look at editing your channel. This is where the magic happens. You want to brand it to you. So the first thing that you do is you're going to make sure it has all your channel details. What's the name of your channel? My channel is called Karen Glasser Live. Surprise, that's what my YouTube channel is called, Karen Glasser Live. That's how it's going to find me. I have a channel description. That's what's going to show at the top of the page. And then I put my website and all of my social, anything that I want to add a link to. It doesn't even have to just be social. You can add a link to your opt-in. You can add a link to your lead generator. You can do basically whatever you want. And then down below, we have the actual icons if you're going to be using to be able to link to your channel using your website. And again, we'll talk about this. I don't want to get too down in the into the weeds on this, because we're not actually going to show you how to link your channel today, but we're showing you that you can link your channel. All right, and that's here. I'm going to bring you down here to channel hosting. When I first was introduced to this, John was great. He helped me and Ryan set this up. The question he asked was, do you want to have this all live on Open.video, or do you, and this is the right answer, he said, you want to put this on your website? And I said, well, of course I do. And so you'll notice we went through the process. We changed the CNAME and all of that, the hosting, the DNS, and Ryan is here to help. So if you're looking at this and your eyes are already rolling in the back of your head and you're saying, okay, this is cool, but there's no way I can do this, don't worry. We've got a team, and Ryan will get you set up on this. And I now have my own link that literally lives on my website. I'm going to keep saying that over and over and over again. My website hosts all my videos now, literally on here. And again, it goes through the instructions here. Again, we're not going to go through it, but it's just kind of giving you an idea of what you're going to see here. It's your CNAME record. You're going to go into GoDaddy or wherever. whatever host it, wherever you do it. You're going to go in there and do it.
And I was going to say, if I can just jump in really quick. So one thing that I think is really important about the concept of hosting on your own website. So with search engines and just how the internet works right now, Google and others have basically said for video to show up in search results on your website, it needs to be the main thing on the page. And
Right.
so, if you embed a video from somewhere else on your site, that may help that individual page
Right.
get some SEO juice, but the video itself still lives on, whether it's Vimeo or YouTube or
Right.
DigitalOcean, it's living on their website. So it's all going to drive the traffic to those platforms. But when it's on your site, your pages get indexed, and then your pages will show up in search results.
And that's a huge difference.
I'm so glad Jan jumped in and said that, because it makes it, as the developers and things, we do all this work to try to get our websites noticed. And when we're utilizing other platforms for hosting, YouTube, Vimeo, whatever, you're pushing all the juice to them. Open.video has really enabled businesses to be able to take and utilize all of the traffic and squeeze all of the SEO juice out of that for them and their business. So this just little feature is really, really great for businesses, because you're now building up your reputation, your domain reputation for SEO, and you're not just giving it all to the YouTube. They have enough, okay? Let's take some for our business.
Well, let's be real. Google is the #1 search engine in the world. I think that's going to be changing as ChatGPT and Perplexity and all those come in. But for right now, it's the #1 search engine. What's the #2 search engine? YouTube. This is just a trivia. What's the #3? Do you happen to know what the #3 search engine is? Amazon. Go and figure. All right. But Jan, one of the questions that I threw at you a couple of weeks ago is, people say, yeah, but when they're searching on Google and they're searching, don't and we used to say this, YouTube video show up first because it's owned by Google. I know you have a screen that you can share.
Yeah, I was going to show. So this is a channel that we work with. It's called Chroma Boxed. And you'll see they still have the YouTube there, but then they also have, they're showing up for their own website for their videos. So if you go here and then you see their whole, this is their video channel. I can just pull out so it's not so big. And then you can see, they have the nav links up here. So it really feels like a native page on the website. And, once they're here, maybe they go and they, go to the homepage, or they go read some articles, or,
Right.
you can just control the experience much more. And it's on your terms.
And it is showing up. I mean, that's the whole thing. Connor, did I just interrupt you? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I was just going to add on to what Jan said as well. This won't stop you ranking on YouTube, so you can double dip, right? You can, when there's only
Can you
search.
lower your volume just a little bit? You're getting feedback.
Am I screaming? 1 second, let me work on that.
All right. Let's try it now.
Any better? That's okay?
Yeah, much better. Thank you.
All right, sorry about that. Thank you. I was just going to say, as Jan says, it will, you can see on the screen Chrome Unboxed is ranking for Open Video, but this continue to rank for YouTube as well. So you basically double dip with your brand in the search results. And you really increase the likelihood that that person searching will come through to one of your branded areas. Ideally, that's a website, of course. That's why we're here. But, if it's going to be something, you still get the power of the YouTube rankings as well. So when there's only 10 search results on a page for Google, or 3 or 4 links in a ChatGPT answer, you're really dominating those results to a much higher degree.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, our job today is to answer the questions that you may have when you see this. It almost is too good to be true, and I think that becomes one of the things that happens. When I saw it, I think the first question I asked was, "I don't get it. This is free. How are you doing this?" So let's address that right now. I'm going to unshare for right now.
Yep.
If you can unshare that.
Oh yeah, let me stop sharing.
You have to unshare it. All right.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I mean, how do you guys do this? You have a parent company.
Yeah. So we're, our parent company is called Ezoic. We've been around for 15 years at this point. Primarily we've been in the ad tech space for the whole time. Mainly on display ad revenue and helping websites on that side. But we've, being in the industry, we've seen the need for this, kind of developed this video solution as well. But with that, and we can talk about the monetization in the future. But we've got years and years of relationships with all the top demand partners out there. So we're one of 3 premier Google partners, and then we work with Amazon, Trade Desk, Rubicon, Magnite, all these others. And I think the big thing in the video space is it's not dominated by Google the way that display ad. Google, the reason they're the company they are is because they've had, some would say, a monopoly on the display ad industry, but yeah, it's much more competitive. So us working with all these other partners as well, there's just more demand, and you should be able to earn more money by hosting it on your site and using the increased demand, not just AdSense on YouTube as well.
So you mentioned monetization. Let's jump into that just for a second. So again, we're not going to actually go down into the weeds on this, but we're going to show you what this means and why this is so powerful. So you're going to set up your ads literally to be on your videos, and you can choose where those ads play. You can have a pre-ad, you can have an ad in the middle, you can have an ad at the end, you can add an ad every 30 seconds if you want. However, you can't have more ads than the length of your video, as John and I were laughing about that yesterday. But look at how easy this is to actually add monetization. I'm going to go into my video here, and I'm going to click on here, and I'm going to define the ad breaks. This is after you have set up ads. You have set it up here, and they're going to be facilitated by the Ezoic platform. Did I say that right? Yep. And when you define your ad breaks, you can see here, this is a long video, but I don't tend to want to have a gazillion ads in my video. If I don't like it, I'm going to assume that my viewers are not going to like it. And so I tend to only put one at the beginning, one in the middle, and one at the end. I've enabled a pre-roll, and you can see at 28 minutes, it's going to do an ad, and at the end, it's going to do another ad. And I could, if I wanted, set it as a default for all the videos, but I don't do that. And the reason I don't do that is that I don't really want to have ads on some of my videos. I just want to have ads on particular videos. So this is one. And I also want to do a disclaimer. Just because you have put an ad break in, it does not guarantee an ad will be shown. Let's talk a little bit about why that is, just so people understand.
Yeah, so it's kind of I'd say just supply and demand in general. So if we make ad spots available, whoever wants to bid, well, then it drives down the price, and advertisers know, hey, I can get this for 5 cents, 10 cents. So we're doing a lot of optimizations on the back end, setting bid floors, and really kind of like maximizing the amount that you can get per ad. And just kind of on top of that, one thing I'd mention, and you kind of talked to it, Karen, but all over the internet, I mean, if you go on Reddit and look in the YouTube threads, every day people are just like, I watch a video, I get an ad every 2 minutes. There are these, 2-minute long ads, and I've even, if you go away and come back, you'll get like a 30-minute ad that'll play that you can skip. But like, it kind of shows, obviously YouTube is great for a lot of reasons, but they continue to just jam at. It's more and more ads, and I'd say a lot of the quality of the ads is lower as well. But and one, if you're not in the partner program, well, all those ads you don't make anything. But then even so, it's.
So I like to say, know thine audience. Know your audience. If you are doing a particular kind, and that's why I don't put ads on every single video, because I know my audience, and they do not want to see ads. But I'm also in business, and I do want to create a monetization stream. So I'm not going to not do ads, but I'm not going to do a gazillion ads. And so really what I want to point out is you have control over that.
I was about to use that word, Karen. You've taken it out of my mouth. What we're really talking about here is control, isn't it? And you are in charge of the ad density. You're in charge if your videos, have ads at all. like Jan says, if you're not in the partner program on YouTube, all that ad money goes into their pockets. Even if you are, and there's a video that you don't want ads on, YouTube is going to stick a pre-roll ad on there anyway and pocket that as well.
I've even seen members, people, you can join a membership, or even like YouTube Premium, people pay and they still get ads. Membership people are still getting ads, and so yeah, it's just, I get it. They need to make money. They're having millions and millions of videos uploaded, and there's a lot of storage costs and everything.
We have a question in the chat about, can we bid on ads to get our ads in front of videos? What is their minimum?
I'm assuming maybe like running your ads on other people's videos.
I'm putting the comment up. Can we bid on ads to get our ads in front of videos? What is their minimum? So my understanding about the platform is you are putting ads on your own videos. I don't think right now we have control as to what ads. Is that correct, guys?
So it's all kind of real-time bidding on the back end. So it's the highest bidder. However, I think, and these are plans we have for the future, but if people wanted to buy ad space, we are looking into, can we set up some sort of, direct marketplace that people can buy. And then
that's cool.
If you have let's say somebody has a sponsorship for a video and they want to run some, run their ads in the ad breaks, we can actually traffic those for you. So, you can make that deal with the advertiser, and then we can serve it, set it up to serve for your videos.
I'm just putting some comments up. Hi, Joe. Hi, Mama Shar. I'm glad you're here. Casey, thanks for joining us as well. All right. So if there's no more questions, we're going to go into the next piece of this. Let me just share my screen.
What is the minimum for me to run ads on other people's videos?
I see. So basically, Casey, you'd want to run the ad before, like, basically traffic. So in that case, I think right now it would be, you can make an agreement with Karen, where you would pay her, and then we could traffic those videos on your behalf on her videos. Would be the way to do it right now. But like I said, as we're building this out, we have plans to build our own ad server, so you don't necessarily need to go bid through Google AdWords or other platforms as well.
One of the things, and it's a big thing for me about Open.video, and it's kudos to the people that are involved in this. You guys are very responsive. And when, I'd be joking, it's my job to break things. But even still, you guys are very responsive. And I know there's some cool things that are coming. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about live streaming.
Yeah. So, we can say, live stream. I think, another one, password protection or paywalls for videos. So I think, kind of, if you think about it, like, a lot of people have a YouTube channel and then they're like, oh, go subscribe to my Patreon. Well, you're basically moving people from platform to platform. What if you have it all just on your site? You have your free videos. You can have videos that are enlisted for specific people. You could put some, if you have premium content, behind the paywall. And really, it's just kind of an all-in-one place for all of that.
Right. And we talked about your audience. So I have no subscribers. How sad is that? Because I actually haven't been promoting this. Somebody needs to subscribe to me. Just kidding. This is where you would see but you could also, if you wanted to, and I haven't done this yet, and Ryan, that's on my list of things to do, is to upload my list into here. And that way, every time I put a new video in here, they're going to get it. They're going to get an actual thing. You can add a tag to them. This is pretty robust for a platform that's doing a really good job competing with, what's their other name? YouTube. Let's talk a little bit about channel analytics. Look at this. How fun is this? This is where you can see where people are watching. All right, did I show this? Can you see?
Yeah, we can see.
I just realized I didn't know if I changed the tab. On the desktop, on mobile, and on tablet, you can see that about even on desktop and on mobile, which actually surprises me. Normally, I get used to seeing a lot of people on mobile. And then you can see which one of your videos are trending. I'm not sure what why something trends or not, but it may be the newest ones that are coming in. You guys have a reason why things trend
It's more, yeah, it's more just the ones that are most recent, like the most views. So kind of, and if you go back to the analytics really quick, so
Yeah.
that's kind of just like an overview snapshot. If you look in the top right, there's the view detailed metrics. And then this is kind of a different, more in-depth reporting. So you can see more on like the average watch time, completion rate, traffic sources, all those different things as well. So you can see.
This is new. I did not see this.
Yeah, so it just rolled out a couple weeks ago. But yeah, just more kind of granular data for people.
Again, question, if you have questions, throw them into the chat. What I'd like to do right now is actually show you what to do once you have a video in here. Okay, so we showed you that you can add videos, you can use the transfer app, you can upload an MP4, however you want to do it, and then you're going to come in here and you're going to optimize it. The reason it's so important to optimize it is that when you're bringing it over from YouTube, there are certain things that you don't get in you that does not be brought over into Open Video. You don't have keywords, you don't have things like that you would do. So you want to optimize, you literally want to optimize your video with a title. And just as a plug for another platform, you might want to go check out Cast Magic. Because you can get your titles, you can get your descriptions, and you can have it literally give you everything that you need. And you can see, I have a click here to sign up for Cast Magic. There's categories that you would do and your visibility. Just like in YouTube, you can make it private, you can make it public. And then you can change the thumbnail here, and now you have the video is done. Are there going to be any new things that are coming to this at this point? I know that we can add to a playlist. So let's go to this for right now. I can add this video to a playlist. I've already done that, so it already knows it needs to be there. I can copy the embed code. We talked about putting these videos onto a website or onto wherever you embed things. So you would click on this, you would copy this, you could have it start wherever you want, autoplay, float, the whole player size, the whole thing. You copy the code. And Ryan, what do you do when I give you these?
Copy and paste.
So, for instance, this video over here, this is an Open.video. You can see down here. I could change that, by the way, to be my logo. I left it on here because I'm really a huge supporter of this, and I want people to see what I'm doing.
Well, let's talk about that because what that enables Karen to do now is somebody can hit that Open.video. They then go to Karen's channel. It's not
technology isn't just.
It's not taking them on. It's still on Karen's domain. Mm-hmm. So it's not completely taking that person away from Karen. It's still, Karen still is able to kind of, have her audience because it's on her domain. But then again, if somebody's over there and subscribes to her channel, she gets that opt-in as a marketer. That's what we want. And she gets that as a subscriber and the email address. So it still is great for her business. And so it is a branding. She's more here showing technology and awesome new technology as it rolls out in real time.
Right.
But that label there, it's still for her business, able to capture her audience, and email addresses is what we love as a business and marketers to do. But what I see this is, it's like, if you've been familiar with video hosting platforms, this is like taking YouTube, Vimeo, some of the biggest hosting platforms, and merging them together and giving you all premium features for free right now. So it's a phenomenal deal.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I mean, Karen showed you, embedding her video onto her website, but if other people find your video and they're like, hey, I want to share this on my website, when that video embed is there, if people are going to watch it, they're not going to YouTube, they're going back to Karen's website. So it's another way to get some referral traffic.
Exactly.
Your videos get picked up, and we've seen that. We work with like Guinness World Records and a few others, and we've seen, for example, like People Magazine ended up embedding one of their Open Video videos onto an article for People, and they saw.
Are you name dropping over there, Jan?
Yeah, well, yeah, and it was I just I was like, oh, let's go check the referral traffic, and I I can't remember the exact number, but I think it was like 10,000 visits to
Wow.
their website that just came from people. So just from it getting picked up, they're not sharing it with people. They just found it and embedded it on their site. So
The other thing you can do is, like, if you don't want to embed, you want to do what you normally do with YouTube, and that is share the video, right? Instead of sharing the YouTube video, you can copy the URL. You can see it said it was copied, and I'm going to share this tab instead. I'm going to paste that in here so you can see. Uh-oh. Yep, there we go. And we can see this. This is literally the link that I could paste onto social media if I was so inclined, and this is what would open up. And now you can see they're in my actual system. So it's pretty cool. Let's go back to this. I think that is all the functionality. You can look at the analytics just on that particular video if you want. You can define the ad breaks. And if you say, you know what, this video sucks, I don't want it anymore, you can delete it. Don't do that, though. Do not do that. All right. So let's just now talk about the process. Let's say you have a YouTube channel.
Mhm.
Raise your hand out there, guys. You have a YouTube channel. You have all these videos. You have subscribers. You have enough subscribers, but you're just not getting those views up. So you're going to try this out. We're going to show you how to try it out. Again, it's free. You're going to link your YouTube channel using that transfer app, and you're going to say, I want to bring all my YouTubes. And all those videos are going to come in. And they're literally going to be housed now on the Open.video. You can optimize them, and then you can embed them. You now have them all here. I mean, they are literally there. You can make sure that they have the right keywords. You can make sure that your catalog has been audited correctly, that you have playlists, so that everything is sorted. Again, this is a way to make sure that your platform is your platform, not somebody else's. There are limitations on other platforms. This is kind of like the sky is the limit at this point. And maybe it's just because you guys are really great and I just say, can we have this?
Well, yeah. And one thing, I mean, I think maybe this will click with people too, but if everybody or a lot of people, you have your website, WordPress, or, other CMSs, like you're obviously going to put all your written content on your website. It seems, for whatever reason, just because YouTube grew so big and everything, and there wasn't a solution out there, then it was like the default is let's put it elsewhere. But if you kind of think of it
right,
similar to WordPress, like your CMS for your video content, kind of your home base for everything, and then use the platforms for what they're good for, which is audience discovery. So.
Right. So now I'm going to share this right now. Now I'm going to show you the other functionality, because we did talk briefly about, let me just bring this up.
I love what Connor said earlier too, is the double dip. Being able to control as many spots on that front page of Google as possible. So that's actually really a great point. So it's not throwing away YouTube, it's in conjunction with, and just being able to have the first spot, the second spot, the third spot, controlling that front page of Google as a business is your number one job. And this just gives you, and what we do know as marketers is video is picked up faster than anything out there as far as the Google perspective of how to get you up on Google. Video is probably the number one and easiest way to get a spot. This enables you to get multiple spots with YouTube and Open.video. And I just think that's worth reiterating, because it is a most important as a business to survive these days, and a really great feature to reiterate.
Yeah, and I would say too, I mean, kind of looking into the future, I mean, I think we all agree that chatbots are probably the future of search in general. And Google has Gemini. I think it'll still be very much used, and they'll probably obviously promote YouTube. But there's ChatGPT, there's Perplexity, there's all these Anthropic, all these other ones. That are they really going to want to send all their traffic over to one of their competitors and just give everything to Google? Probably not. So I think as everything's changing so quickly, and there's going to be an opportunity here of you would think that these others are going to find it, if they find good videos, they're going to show them for anywhere else besides YouTube.
Exactly. And if you're not found on any of those platforms, this is going to help you get found, because the more of these things that are out there. So if somebody looks into ChatGPT and is looking for what you do and you don't show up, you need to be here creating the content that will allow you to be shown, that will allow you to show up. It's so important. As you're looking at the screen, you can see that there are different templates. It does say pro on the ones over on the right. However, I understand that right now they're pro, but they're free right now.
Everything's free right now. So
You can go check it out, and it just changes what it would look like. Let's just see if I can preview the changes. So if I were to, you see it's different here. So it has the banner that goes across the top, sort of like a YouTube thing. And then it still has the subscribe button here. So that's one way to do it. Here's the classic version. Let's take a look at what that looks like. Preview the changes. And you can see it's a much narrower thing at the top. It has your who you are and what you do, and then the videos that you do. Right now, I'm very happy with the one that basically is the default. I think that it looks the most like YouTube. And again, if we're trying to make sure that people don't feel like they've landed somewhere in the wrong place, and oops, they're going to say, oh, this looks familiar, and they're going to stay there. The other thing is your branding. So this is where you do your colors. My colors are red and black. I threw some blue in here because I love this blue. But you can see on my videos, it says Open.video. I can change that. I can change this to something else.
Yeah, you can have your own text if you have like your own, if you wanted to create like Glass or TV or whatever, you can put that icon in there, or you can put that logo in there, and then that'll show up on the player.
On that video.
It basically looks like you have your own like video network and everything on yourself.
Exactly. So I'm going to come out of this now and stop sharing. All right. So you've grabbed all your videos from YouTube. You brought them into Open.video. You've fixed your branding. You're ready to go. You're done. I mean, basically, you're done. The things that you probably are going to want some help with, and again, Ryan's here to help with this, and that is setting up your monetization, setting up it, connecting to your website. Even I need help. Ryan, help me. I mean, so those of you who look at me go, well, you understand this stuff. Well, I do, but I also stay in my lane, and Ryan does that for me, because you don't really want me touching that stuff. It would be very scary what would happen then. All right. I want to show you, I don't know what this is. I'm going to pop up a QR code. It's not letting me do this. Let me go back.
It just showed up when you clicked that.
Yeah, we saw it.
You do see it?
We did, and then you removed it.
No, it's supposed to be a big, huge thing. So let me just grab the big, huge thing that I don't know why it's not there anymore, but we're going to go ahead and do it anyways. All right. This is what I meant to bring up. So we have a bonus for you, and that is literally a checklist on how to set up your channel. Do this first, do this second, do this third. Scan this. If you can't wait, we're going to send an email out afterwards, but if you can't wait, take your phone out and just take a picture of it, and it will take you over to the bonus page. And when you get to the bonus page, I'm going to share that. This is what you're going to see. Okay, where's my bonus page? The ultimate workflow. Here we go. No, I'm talk amongst yourself. I don't know. Oh, here it is. Right. So sorry. Here we go. All right. So when you get to the bonus page, you see right at the top, try Open.video. Create your account now. Sign up. It's free. It really is free. I'm giving you a direct call to action. When you go to this page, just go sign up for it and just start going in there and pushing some buttons. You will get your brand setup checklist, and I will show you what that looks like. And all you have to do is put your name in here, and it will be sent to you immediately. All right, here is the brand checklist again. All right. I'm going to remove us from here. Let's put us on the side. All right, so this brand checklist, it's 2 pages. It literally goes through your brand identity. It goes through the channel. It goes to your video and library aspect. Everything is in here. And it tells you basically the steps, how to do this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ryan, we're giving you a heads up over here. Casey says, Ryan's team is the best in the world. If you need help, really, he really is the best. I don't know how I could do what I do without him. So go check it out. This is free, guys. This is a free platform. Do we have any other questions here? Any questions that we're not answering here? I see that we have people on. How are you guys doing? Let me know in the chat if you're going to go try this out. Let me know in the chat. Say, sure, I'm going to go try this out. If I just get Karen to stop yelling.
To me, I think it's worth hitting the elephant in the room again. We can instantly monetize our videos. Instantly. So where it takes influencers, it takes these people making sometimes hundreds, thousands of videos to try to get something to create this virality, to be able to get this watch time of hours, 3,000 plus hours or whatever. That takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of experience, and it takes a lot of time, right? So this gives you instant capabilities to play with the big boys, if you would say. It's leveling the playing field. Karen is a big proponent on being able to use technology and level the playing field as if you were, the mega Fortune 500 company or a mega influencer. You're literally leveling the playing field, being able to go from the beginning and start from today, setting up a channel and driving traffic to that, however you're going to do it. But we talked about the discovery angle, but you can get traffic drove to that video, monetizing it, and utilizing the whole proponent of why people, as far as the creators, love YouTube. People aren't just loving to put their videos on YouTube just for the fun of it. Maybe started that way, but they're doing it as a business, right? They're there for business, or the ones that are making money on it. It's a business. And you can do that right now with Open.video. And I think that is the one thing that was, when I first heard that was like, okay, let's open up this can of worms and really see what's in here. Oh, okay, this is pretty cool. There's a lot of really cool other things, but that right there, the elephant in the room, instant monetization on your videos is huge. So I just want to make sure that that's a really big vocal point of this whole concept. And Open.video, kudos to you guys on creating this functionality for us.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that sorry, Karen, just quickly on what Ryan's saying about the big boys, right? Something else the big boys do is, if you guys go check out ESPN or any huge media companies, sure, they all have YouTube channels, but they all have their videos on their own website.
Right.
Because why would ESPN send all their visitors away, those potential memberships, potential sales, away to someone else's platform where their journey is directed by an algorithm that they don't control, right? So I think Ryan brings up a great point about like fighting with the big boys, yes, from a monetization standpoint, but also from a strategy standpoint, where now you can try and retain people in your space, in your branded area that you control. But I just interrupted you, Karen, sorry.
No, that's all good stuff. And yes, of course you can share the QR code. You can also send the link. I will put the link to right now into the chat, where it will take you right over to, let's copy this. It's going to take you right over to the bonus page. If you can't wait and you just have to go over there right now, you can send that as well. So of course, and again, this video is going to be on replay. So you can watch this to your heart's content over and over and over again. And to go, just to piggyback on what we're talking about, I believe there are 2 ways that people look for videos. They either go into whatever search engine they're in and they say, I need to find a video about such and such, right? They're looking for something in particular. They're not just sitting there going, maybe a video is going to fall out of the air and onto my screen. No, you're looking for something. Or the other way is they might go into YouTube and say, how do I do this? But the first way is really what we're addressing here, is that most people go to their browser and they start typing in, I need to do this, I'm looking for that. And that's why when Jan shared his screen and showed you that those videos are literally now showing up right next to YouTube. And how long has Open.video been around?
It's been, gosh, we've been building it for 3 years, really kind of just going to the market starting earlier this year. So
yeah, and that's when I discovered you. So
yeah.
think about what they've done in literally since they've gone live in a very short amount of time. And I'm here to say that what I saw when I first saw this was amazing at the time. It is so far more amazing right now because I broke it. And we have some really cool new things in here. So yes, absolutely do share it. Make sure you go and check out the bonus page and go sign up and let us know. Tony, I put your comment up here because Tony is in the artificial intelligence world. And so I wanted to make sure that, Tony, go and try this out. I think for what you're doing, this is going to be awesome for all the videos that you're doing. Joe, same thing for you as well. Casey, of course, this is going to be great for what you're doing as well. You don't have to create twice. You create once. And then you can even put it on auto if you want. I didn't say that. Let's say you put your videos in YouTube first, but you have set up an Open.video that you want to have it automatically bring your videos in whenever you put those videos into YouTube. Create it once, have it send it over. Any last thoughts, guys, on this?
Yeah, I think you just hit the nail on the head with, and I'm huge on this, working with thousands of entrepreneurs. Create one, repurpose as much as possible, right? So you create one piece of content, and how do we get the most out of that content? We now have it on YouTube optimized. We can now have it on Open.video optimized. We're utilizing the search engine in its entirety of the page, getting the most out of this one piece of content. And it really is giving you so much more empowerment over this one piece of content than you had before. So again, being able to create once with a click of a button, distribute through all of these. Once it's set up correctly, it's a click of a button, and doing everything that we could ever imagine we want with it happening. So that's
Exactly.
an awesome
Yeah. And I think I probably said this a little bit before, but some of the big creators that I see that are really successful, it's not like YouTube is one part. So in their channel profile and everything, it's, they have other things they want to sell. They want to get them to their website to get them to sign up for a course or to buy a membership or join the community. It's much easier to do that if they're already on your site than sending them to YouTube. Then they have to go from YouTube to your website. So it's basically, eliminating that hop for people too. So,
and I believe in using the tool to show the tool. So soon after this is done, I will be taking this workshop, putting it into Open.video. I will then take the embed code, send it over to Ryan, and he's going to paste it on that bonus page so that you will be able to, if you're so inclined, because this was so amazing and you have to do it again, you'll be able to watch the replay and get the bonus and sign up for Open.video. And I said this at the beginning, if you can see how exciting this is and you really do want to get started, but you're a little scared, just reply to any one of those emails that we send out, and we will make sure that somebody is in touch with you, Ryan and his team, to get you set up. I'm not saying this is hard, but I also do realize that most of us are in our own lanes. If you're a coach or if you're a writer or whatever you do, you're not a tech evangelist like I am or like Ryan is. That's not what you do. So if you don't really want to have to go through the rigmarole of this, we do have that set in place. I want to thank everyone for joining us. Jan, Connor, it's been a delight to have you on here. You clearly see how excited I am about this. It's like, shut up already. I really love this. Ryan, thank you for being on. I want to thank everybody who is here for being on, because you have choices as to where you spend your time. You chose to spend it with us today or maybe on replay at a later date. Thank you for doing that, and we'll see you next time on Karen Recommends. Goodbye, everyone.